So make a decision. You're one of my first 2 customers on the demonstration. I'll give you one of those free. If you get one of the family sets or larger, you cook for a larger group, give you the machine and the electric skillet free if you can make a decision at the fair. I put skinless chicken in here 10 minutes ago with no oil. You can see it doesn't stick to the pan. The pans are made of a different metal. Surgical steel is what they use in the body for hip replacements, broken bones, all that sort of thing. Screws, plates, nothing sticks, never wears out. Now, this is expensive, but I'd rather explain the price than apologize for bad quality. We come to the fair every year. And when you get our products, you get a free recipe instruction book, the Better Health Cookbook. It tells you everything you need to know. We show you how to cook without water, how to fry without the oil, how to do things like baking without the oven, like I'm doing here. You can even stack cook, stack the pans on top of each other. They'll cook complete meals on one burner. The United States Energy Commission says our cookware saves about $10 a month. It's a lot of money over 10 to 20 years. If you like to cook, don't like to read, we also have the men's cookbook. It's a DVD, so everybody gets a chance to see the cooking show. All right, let's take a look at the food. Here's your chicken, seared to a crispy, delicious golden brown. We don't use any oil or fat, no greases or sprays. If you're on a grease-free, fat-free diet, this is the way the doctor wants you to eat. If you're not, wait till you taste the food. A lot of people invest in our cookware because it makes your food taste so much better. We're going to season the chicken with lemon juice, oregano, and sesame seeds. It's a gourmet recipe given to us by a gourmet chef, but he used egg, flour, wine, salt, butter, and heavy cream for a heavy sauce to put on it. 800 calories, about 20 grams of fat that way. This is 3 grams of fat and 150 calories. Easy to make. It's ready in 10 minutes. A lot of people are looking for ways to cut down on the grease, the oil, the fat, and the calories. This is a great way you do it. Now, if you make a mistake and accidentally burn one of the pans, don't get shook up because this is the good stuff. We burn it every day, 5 times a day. Show you how easy this metal is to clean. How would you clean that normal? Brillo, soak it. Yeah, and a 9-year-old girl said to hide it.
Hide it.
I wouldn't want to find that later. Here's something you don't want to do at home, though. Please don't try this with the pans you're buying in the regular stores, because if you pour cold water in a hot metal pan, it'll warp. Healthcraft's guaranteed in writing not to warp, buckle, bend, pinch, chip, corrode, or wear out. If anything happens, just call the phone number on the pan. We replace it free. It's a one-time investment for the kitchen. Now, Family Circle magazine says the average family in America admits they spend about $5,000 a year on food they don't cook. Anybody get pizzas delivered or stop for takeout food on the way home? A lot of people do. Drive-through restaurants, all this stuff. Why do we do that? Would we rather have a home-cooked meal? Yeah. Everybody says they prefer home-cooked meals. If home-cooked meals took less time than a drive-through, would you do it? That's what this is. The 10 minutes to cook the chicken and the vegetables. Watch how easy this cleans, though. A lot of people do not like cleaning, and they go out to eat because it's convenient, quick, and easy. All that burnt-on chicken residue that was on there just a minute ago, see how easy this wipes off? This is just a wet paper towel. There's no soap here either. Now, you do need some soap to clean them, but you don't need to scrub them ever, and if you don't want to clean them by hand, you don't have to do that either. All of our pans are dishwasher safe. Even this one goes in the dishwasher, the electric skillet. All right, let's finish up with the vegetables. This is we cook the vegetables on simmer to retain the food value. Your minerals, vitamins, they're all water soluble and heat sensitive. That's why we don't use water and low heat. See all the color? Color's water soluble, so are minerals, vitamins, and taste. Green cabbage still green. Red cabbage is still red. Broccoli looks raw, but you can cut right through the stalk with a fork. If that's too done, just cook it less time. What's the first 2 things we put on our corn after we boil it in water?
Salt and butter.
Butter and salt. What's the first 2 things the doctor tells us not to use?
Butter, no salt,
so
no
what do we
butter.
do? Stop eating the corn or ignore the doctor? There's a lot of that going around. A lot of people ignoring their doctor and paying for it with their health. Try the corn after the show. Corn has corn syrup in it. Anybody know what corn syrup's used for?
Sweetener.
Sweetener. Sugar. What happens to sugar in hot water? Dissolves. That's why you should never boil your corn. Ever. Try this after the show. You wouldn't believe how sweet it is. Baked potatoes, flaky and done in 15 minutes. This is where you'll save tons of money on your energy bills. One guy says to me, it's no big deal. I got a microwave, cook it in 5 minutes. I said, do you like the taste? He said, no, but it's cooked. I just put butter on it. He's not eating potatoes. He's eating butter. Here's your carrots, nice and tender and sweet. We call these candy carrots because the kids will eat them. Now, you notice I use a metal utensil. We do get questions about how durable the pans are. You can scratch the pans, but it doesn't affect anything about how they perform. These pans that you look at, they have minor scratches all over them. Doesn't matter. There's no stick, no burn, and no scorch with the pans. Soap and water is really all you need to clean this. I'm just wiping it out with a wet paper towel to illustrate how easy it is to clean. That's about it. The last thing is the cake. And we'll be all done. Let me make sure the cake is done. I might have to let it cool off a little bit. Maybe. We'll see. Might be able to pop it out. You see how it's looking? Yeah, it looks like it's done. Give it a shot. Now, we bake a cake for dessert for a variety of reasons, but you know what the primary reason we bake this cake is? To show you how to save money. A lot of people don't realize how expensive their oven is to burn and to use. When you turn your oven on, it's the same energy expenditure as all 4 burners on high, right? And this we used on low heat with a low heat burner. You can see how nice and golden brown the cake is everywhere it touches the pan. Key to good cookware is an even heat transfer. Any residue that you have in our pans, just pour the water in them. Whoops. Share one last experience with you. I was doing a show not too long ago, and this lady came up to me. She said she wanted to get a set of the pans, and I said, well, stuff's expensive. You should watch one of the free demonstrations. She said, yeah, I did. I watched you last year. I said, well, why didn't you just get it last year then? She said, I couldn't. I had my husband with me then. I said, what do you mean by that? She said, my husband watched your show, and he really liked the pans and everything, but when we saw the prices, he said, that's too much money for pots and pans. I said, well, yeah, it's not cheap, but it costs about the same as the good cookware in the stores. I said, have you ever been out looking at cookware in the stores? She said, yeah, I have, but he hasn't. He didn't want to spend the money. I said, what changed his mind about it? She said, 6 months ago, he had some heart trouble. The doctor put him on a strict diet after he had a bypass surgery. And they said no greasy food, no butter, no salt, not to stop at a fast food restaurants for lunch or anything like that. I said, is he okay? She said, yeah, he feels better. The problem is he's always complaining to me about the taste of his food now because he always used to put butter and salt on everything. Now he can't do it. She said, we were so impressed with the way your vegetables tasted because you know what the doctor said after he had the problem? He said he should have more vegetables in his diet. You guys know how much vegetables servings you're supposed to get a day? Like 7 or 8. But most people only get 1, 2, or maybe 3 at the most. So, and the reason that we really don't eat many vegetables is because they don't taste good. If you try these vegetables, I think you'll agree they taste really good.